Hello everybody, it's me, Cat Kings, and I'm going to be talking about my Gardner Bam Bam predictions. First is the date of the announcement. So, since Gardner Bam Bam 8's official teaser trailer came out on July 18th, aka my birthday. So, then, 21 days later, the official announcement of the release date was announced, but even though the Euphoric Brothers changed the release date to one more week, so meaning it took like 3 weeks is about it. Well, Gardner Bam Bam 9's new post that they recently posted yesterday. So meaning it's gonna be next Friday. So on Friday, August 7th will be the exact date for the release date. Well, what about also when the announcement would release? So 21 days after Gardner Bam Bam 9's official teaser. Because it took 21 days after the Gardner Bam Bam 8's official announcement. I mean, unofficial, because it got delayed. So meaning, if this does not got like delayed to next something, then it might take 3 weeks, just like Gardner Bam Bam 8 was. But if it doesn't, then 2 weeks then. But what about the announcement of the release date? It might be on August 29, 2026. Because that was 21 days after August 7th. And the announcement for Gardner Bam Bam 8 was on August 8th. So that would have been like 364 days after Gardner Bam Bam 8's official release. So, yeah, what about the gameplay? So, my predictions for the gameplay is this. If Brashista is nice or not nice, this is what if Brashista was nice. So, Brashista would meet us, and she'll try to help us find our child, I mean. So, then they'll go back to the Gardner Bam Bam 7 area, and then they'll look at the ruins of it. And Brashista already knew where is the child. And trying to not trick you to thinking that your child is around Gardner Bam Bam 7's area. And also, what about why you think that Brashista and you are going back to Gardner Bam Bam 7's area? Because there was a post that showed Brashista, I think for the Steam page, it showed Brashista in the Gardner Bam Bam 7 area in Syringion City. So that means Gardner Bam Bam 7 will be part of Gardner Bam Bam 9. And then Syringion, since he got dropped in the Givanium, he will be unfriendly Because Givanium, just like how baby Opila bird fell into Givanium and turned evil. Even in Garden Band 6, this massive bird literally tried to kill us. But we didn't see how that Ban fell in Givanium like that. So there's two ways. First, Syringian survives from it. Or even second, turns out Syringian was actually in the part of Ban and Flumbo's abomination. Because first of all, in the original version, it had 4 arms. Even in the new abomination from one of the poses was also the same 4 arms. And just like a cameo, like when the nanny came, when injured Hellish Ban killed Syringion, for a few seconds we get to see Nanny just standing in the background. And this was actually the very first time we saw the nanny after Garden of Banban 6. Even the nanny was also in the updated Garden of Banban. When she came in a cameo and a theory about this blue monster that people call it Hellish Nanny. So we might see Hellish Nanny return and try to expand the whole city. So that means if Nanny expands the whole city, then you and Brashista would be like the same thing as Flumbo and you fell in Sophia's mouth and came into Sophia's body. And it's a literal city, aka village. Oh, then Brashisa would try to fight off the hellish version of Ban and Flumbo mixed together. And also, at the end, we would see something about Uni Balloony, and then Garden Ban 10 will be the main focus on Uni Balloony, just like in Garden Ban 8. Well, people are gonna ask me, Cat Games, why are you not talking about Uni Balloony in this? It's because I'm already gonna know that Uni Balloony is not gonna be in Chapter 9. Because first, in Garden of Banban 4, there was a secret room for Syringion. In Garden of Banban 7, like 2 chapters after Garden of Banban 4, is Syringion was introduced. And in Garden of Banban 7, where she's to have her own little room, little secret room. And in Garden of Banban 9, she's going to be the main focus. In Garden of Banban 8, it showed Uni Balloony. So I'm going to speculate in Garden of Banban 9, we're going to have another secret room with another character. And also, Stinger Flynn is always going to do the same thing that he always does, is put us into a sleep. But I don't think it's going to be what happened after the dream of Garden of Banban 8. Because I already predicted it for Garden of Banban 8. But for a dream, it didn't go well because the dream I think it was taking place after Garden Band 7's dream. So, okay, I'll do a part 2 of basically the prediction. Okay, bye!